Dime Dropper fam, we back, but not officially back. The final game of our road trip is tonight, our 7-game road trip, and it's coming against the Lakers, Dime Dropper fam's favorite night. Of course, this is your home for all things LA basketball. There's an Intuit Dome watch party, but not your typical watch party that we've had in the past. This one's actually going to be inside the arena. So this is the first time we've had an Intuit Dome watch party inside the arena, so I had to make it out. We'll get some thoughts from fans, on the road trip and obviously this game. And as far as the Lakers, they've been playing really well this season. I've only done a breakdown on their first 6 games, and I've watched their first 8. So I actually haven't seen their last, 8 games. So they've just been playing well. We'll definitely cover them at some point because I do pride myself, and I told my Laker fans that subscribe to me that if I don't catch up by game 20, then we're just going to go to live. But I wanted to try to cover as many games as I can. Clippers, we've only missed one on this channel this season, but of course, we got Locked On Clippers. So let's see how we do it. Let's see how, the amenities and what it's going to look like, where I'm sitting, all that stuff. So should be a fun night. Of course, we need a win, but I don't know. Lakers are playing well. We're not. Let's see how it goes. Also, got the Clippers versus everybody hoodie. Shout out to my man, Ernie. You already know how it goes. Clip set. Cognac Club. Jay, here we are, almost done with the road trip. We're back home. 5-12 through 17. Give me your updates on, how you feel the team has been since we've last talked to you.
Admittedly, I haven't had too much time to watch the games because I've had so much schoolwork going on. But really disappointing. I mean, there's some games like the Boston game, the Philadelphia game, where it's we almost got it, but not quite. The John Collins fit isn't as good as I hoped it would be. I still think he could be good. And then my biggest op is Brook Lopez for sure. I get mad every time he plays, but I still think. No, go ahead.
What do you think has been the biggest thing with Brook Lopez that has disappointed us? Because I feel like we knew he was slow. We knew he could pick and pop.
Yeah.
What has been the disappointing aspect for you that you maybe didn't expect or thought he would do better in?
Well, I know he's never been that great of a rebounder, right? I think people have joked on him before about being so tall but not getting rebounds. I guess I just didn't think he'd be this slow, you know what I mean? Because, last year he was still serviceable. Pretty much all of our offseason acquisitions have kind of disappointed, to some degree at least. And I do think, a Chris Paul and even a Bogdanovic will, be better as the season goes on. We saw Bogdanovic have a couple good games, but I'm not giving up on the team. I still think there's a chance we could at least be in the play-in. But it's I don't think.
Do you think playoffs 1 through 6 is absolutely out of the question?
No, I don't think it is.
Do you think top 4 is out of the question?
Yes.
Okay,
I think so.
Thoughts on DJ going down? That was something that we unfortunately had to suffer during this road trip.
It's big loss. I mean, he was one of the few Clippers that I thought was playing really well.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's so important for our defense, for our transition. We're really going to miss him, but I did see that he's already starting to take stationary shots, so who knows? He might be here a little earlier than we may think.
Last 2 questions. James Harden set the record for most points in franchise history against Charlotte. How was it feeling like, you saw part of Clipper history and Harden being able to do it?
Yeah, I watched that whole game, and again, it's just so funny because as a teen and in my early 20s, Harden was my least favorite player in the league, and now he has the franchise record for my favorite team. It's a trip. But I'm so thankful to have James Harden because I can't imagine where we'd be this year and last year without him. Sure, he might not show up in the playoffs sometimes, but we need good performances to get to the playoffs to begin with,
Last question. Chris Paul announced his retirement. We kind of knew it was coming, but it's official. Thoughts on that?
That hurts, man. I feel like this is kind of it reminded me of the Kershaw, hey, this is my last go, so let's get serious now. But, I mean, that's my GOAT. I have pictures in my room of me at 12 years old with, his first Clipper jersey. He's my idol, man. I'm going to miss it. But
there we go. Prediction for the score tonight. Lakers, they've been playing good basketball, unfortunately.
Hey, a man can dream. I'm going to say it's a 112-105 Clippers win.
There we go. Appreciate you, Jay.
Appreciate it.
All right, Ryan. 5-12 on the season so far. Give me your thoughts.
It's early. Everyone's panicking. Everybody I see on Twitter, panicking. It's nice to be on here again, but stop panicking. So much time's left. We went 18-3 in our last 21 last year. It's going to be all good.
When you say it's going to be all good, is top 4 still in question? Is this still in play, or are we just looking at trying to make the playoffs at this point?
It's still in play. We're only 17 games in. Still in play. I need some optimism. Let's get everybody healthy, back playing together. I know that's a lot to say, but let's go on a run.
Chris Paul announced his retirement over the road trip. What does that mean, and How you feeling about that? We knew it was coming, but it's official now.
Knew it was coming. Definitely settling in a little bit. That guy means the world to all of us, this whole franchise. So definitely cherish every game. If you're going to see him on the road, cherish every game you go see him.
Give me a score prediction for tonight. Lakers have been playing good basketball, unfortunately.
Yeah, we get up for games like this. I'm going 121, 119, Clippers.
There we go. Appreciate it, bro.
Good to see you.
You too. All right, Adrian, we're almost back from the road trip. Technically, we're back home, but
Technically.
5-12 so far this season. Give me your thoughts. How it's been.
Oh man, it's been rough to say the least. Definitely. It's unfortunately the Clipper way, you could say. Brad's out now for the season. D Jones got hurt, but I think at the end of the day, we still have that tendency to just have the next man up mentality. So at some point, that's got to kick in. I know Kawhi's back, so we got that going for us. He went from non-contact to available, right? That's what happened. They never said that's he just. I thought that was weird. So yeah, no, either way, he's back. So we'll see how he does tonight. But we got to turn it around at some point.
Is top 4 still in question, you think?
No, I think top 4 is being a little, I guess, like shooting for the stars. I would say at best, probably like top 6, like maybe the 6th seed would be like our best chance, and then more realistically, probably playing tournament.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Yeah.
Chris Paul announced his retirement over the trip. How you feeling about that? I know you thought about it, but now it's official.
Now it's official. Yeah. It feels good. I saw you said on Twitter it's only right he retires with us. So that's definitely something that's, I guess, reassuring. It feels good to have him back, and if he's going to retire, then it should be with us. He's our legend. So I think his jersey should be retired, no doubt. I know they haven't retired Blake's, but I wouldn't be mad if Chris Paul's first. So we'll see.
James Harden scored a franchise record 55 points over the trip. What was it like witnessing Clipper history?
Yeah, no, I had to bring his jersey today to represent, but no, that was crazy. Definitely happy. He's got to put us on his back to get a dub, but I know you're not a fan of the heliocentric hoops, but hey, sometimes, especially right now with how we're playing, that's just what he's got to do. So we'll see how he does today. So yeah, no, I hope it doesn't take 55 again from him for us to win tonight.
How you feeling about this one tonight, though? Lakers have been playing good basketball.
They have
Can
been.
we get the dub? It's Luka against us. Luka always has it out for us.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling a little better just because I know that since it's the Lakers, I hope they step up. And with Aiden out, hopefully Zoo gets fed a lot more. How many shots did he have when he had 33 the other night? Like 22. So I'm hoping they give him another 20. But I know with Kawhi and Harden in the lineup, we'll see if that happens. But they gotta feed him more than just when we're stagnant. Because when we're stagnant, they try to give him the ball to get going. But that should happen regardless of whether or not we're scoring the basket. Or the ball. So hopefully he does good tonight, and I think he'll be the key to win since Aiden will be out.
Score prediction?
What'd you say? What did you say it was?
Your call.
Yeah. No, well.
I said 112, 105 Clippers.
Okay, I was going to say probably like around 110, 108 Clippers.
Ooh, okay. There we
go.
go.
Yeah, it'll be close. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Lee, it's been a while.
I know. I've been really, really busy.
How you feeling about the season so far, though? 5-12, not exactly what we expected.
Not exactly. And to be honest, I do not have my hopes up for this game. As you see, we're doing pretty bad. And the Lakers have been doing good. And I expect the worst, to be honest. I'm already mentally prepared for this game. So,
do you think we can still get a top 4 seed, or is that out of the question?
no.
What about top 6? Our only route to make the playoffs is through the play-in?
Oh my God! I don't think we're gonna make it to the playoffs this season. I'm sorry, but
no playoffs at all.
I don't think we're gonna make it.
Are we gonna make the play-in?
I hope something changes like in the middle of the season, but as I see it right now, I'm just enjoying each game.
Yeah. What do you think about James Harden's 55-point game? Most points in franchise history. Thoughts on that?
I was really impressed by that, actually. I was like, oh, nice, But he can't do it every single game. So we'll just gotta see what happens. And they might surprise us. I don't know. I always get surprised by the Clippers. So that's why I like them.
Score prediction for tonight? You said you weren't predicting a win.
No, I'm not. And Hopefully we lose by 10, but I mean that's
Wow.
as close as we get.
There we go. I appreciate the honesty,
Okay,
though.
thank you.
I don't need to. You just gotta follow you on my prize pick speed, copy the lineup, then I'm in. So you just not gonna copy it, man.
One of the best first quarters we've had offensively all season. Hitting shots, John Collins and Chris Dunn combined for 15 points, with John Collins hitting 2 threes. And Harden got going towards the end of the quarter, blown by everyone easily, not named Marcus Smart. So both teams seem like they can't guard each other. Luka's got 24, right on brand for a game like this. But we'll take it. Up after one, we'll absolutely take it.
Looking to see who's
We've been due for a good Harden game against the Lakers, and he's got 16 right now. We're right there. We just got to try to play defense without fouling, because they're giving them every call. And rebound. Kawhi came out 6 minutes into the second quarter, so it seems like he's still on that minutes restriction. So I don't know. But we're playing well right now. You just got to stay the course, get some stops, try to get through the ball, and hopefully they give him a call eventually. Down 3 at the half. We'll take it. John Collins and Chris Dunn knocking down shots. Luka has 32 at the half and only down 3, and they've gotten every call. We're good. Third quarter's going to be important, though. We've not been good in third quarter, so let's see how we do.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm here with the Twins. First off, 5-12 start to the season. I know we could have predicted it to be a little worse than we expected, but we all look kind of foolish right now with the way it's gone.
I do.
Thoughts?
Everything that could have went wrong did go wrong. They were 3-3 with Kawhi, and then Kawhi got hurt, and then all hell broke loose. You know, Beal out for the season with a fractured hip. Brook Lopez has kind of looked like a disaster of an offseason signing. Everything that could go wrong did. And like for me, even if you think somebody's gonna underachieve, that doesn't quite explain how badly they played, and some of it is just bad luck. So like, hopefully they can string together some good games as far as health is concerned with their big three, and then hopefully we can get back on track. Good first half tonight against the Lakers.
Any signings that we got that you kind of wish we had not picked up at this point, or is it too early to say that?
Too early to say it, but I mean, what I will say is, you know, when we got guys like underperforming, you get guys like Kobe Sanders now in the rotation who looks like a gem. Kobe Brown is actually getting a chance tonight. He's looking good. But overall, yeah, it's a little too early to say, because like I'm looking at Chris Paul. Chris Paul with every game is starting to look more and more like San Antonio in terms of like mobility and being confident, which is crazy to say with how old he is, but like I felt like he needed a bit more confidence. But yeah, no, I mean, you look at the way we had to handle the offseason, I think everybody graded our offseason appropriately. It just hasn't worked out to start, but I wouldn't say it's over yet. I'm looking to see if John Collins can turn the corner. Like I said, Chris Paul is starting to come around. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see, bro.
With Kawhi back, do you think Bradley Beal is as big of a loss? I feel like it feels a lot bigger when Kawhi doesn't play, because we kind of miss that offense.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, every offseason transaction is not going to hit, and this team was kind of designed so that they could make up for if Bradley Beal if bombs, right? Like, obviously you don't expect him to bomb to this extent, but even so, you have enough. It's just that if Kawhi's hurt and Derrick Jones Jr. is hurt and Brook Lopez is underperforming and Zoo takes a little step back, now you're Ty Lue hasn't been perfect, but now you're just asking Kobe Sanders to play a lot and Chris Dunn to do a little more, and then you're overextending everybody, and you kind of get the best of worst outcome.
I'm glad you brought that up.
All right.
The Ty Lue point. So people always go at you and me, and all three of us really,
Yeah.
as being Ty Lue defenders and being Ty Lue apologists.
Right.
I don't think he's had the best season so far, but why do you think people are too harsh on him? What are they missing?
I think people are just too results based, and they have to blame somebody for when things go wrong. And the reality is that you don't expect everybody to make every shot that they take, right? Conversely, every coach can't make the right decision. And when you're hamstrung by injuries and underperformance, you're kind of stressed. And at the end of the day, man, if you have this many injuries and you have this many guys underperforming, you lose. Period, bro. Like, you lose. And even with that, they've been a little bit unlucky. Like, we feel a little bit differently if they win in Boston, they win in Philadelphia. If Kawhi doesn't turn his ankle and they win in Miami, we feel a lot differently. So they've been unlucky, but at the same time, so many guys have underperformed or been hurt that the reality is Ty Lue's coaching is not going to be the reason why they're 5-12. You know what I mean? So,
what percentage would you say of our season would you put to blame on Ty Lue? Because some people are taking these.
You're asking the wrong person. I don't. You know, this is the same guy who coached. We didn't have Kawhi for like the first 30, 40 games last year. This is the same coach that had us with a top 5 net rating, top 5 defense, and eventually 51 wins in a year where we were projected to finish 13th in the West, but no Ty Lue, right? Like that's not Ty Lue, right? So,
but when we lose, it's him.
Yeah. So, I mean, if I had to put a percentage on it, 40.
That's a lot higher than I thought. I would have given him like 15.
Like it's because he hasn't.
40 is.
Yeah. What do you think with the John Collins thing and the validity to, you know?
Yeah, like I thought John Collins should have been started from the go.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, 40 is a bit extreme. I just don't think when I look at the Clippers and, you know, he does the film shit, when I'm watching the film, this is not Ty Lue not getting back on defense.
Right.
Ty Lue isn't throwing berserk passes and like Brook Lopez. Like, this is not Ty Lue. I swear to God, it's not. So, I mean, we'll see. I think it's a team. I hate to be cliche, but like when you start off this bad, it's everybody. So everybody has to be better, but that starts with Ty, but it's also, I hate to say this about James. James got to be better too, but he's been all-world to start the year. I can't really say much about James. Wyatt's got to get healthy.
Talk about that 55 points, and that's a historic moment for us as fans. We've never seen anybody score that many points in a Clipper uniform.
You know, I tweeted it that I'm running out of words for James Harden. Like, man, he's been a godsend to the Clippers. You know, we think about where this franchise was heading before he got here, towards the end of the 2-1-3 era. And, like, he suits up every game. He gives us the right approach to every game, gives us a chance to win every game. And I said it, he's arguably my favorite Clipper of all time. He's getting up there, man. I just genuinely do appreciate what Harden has brought to the Clippers since he's been here. And yeah, hopefully, I said it, if we end up turning it around, the way he's kept the team afloat, maybe not in wins, but in morale and spirit and just being out there every night, is going to be a huge reason why, I think.
Last question for you. Chris Paul announced his retirement. We knew it was coming, but now it's official. How you feeling about it all?
Back in the day when I worked for the Clippers, the first person I ever met was Chris Paul. And ever since then, he's been my guy. And like, he's an all-time legend, top 5 point guard of all time. Responsible for probably the greatest stretch in Clippers franchise history as far as like competence, right? Was that 5-6 straight 51 seasons? They had a 4-year stretch where they went 57, 56. No, they went 56, 57, 56, and then 53. And that last year was despite Blake Griffin missing over like 40 games. That was 15, 16. So he's awesome, and what he means to the Clippers franchise is kind of hard to put into words. I'll always remember the pick and roll, horn, snake dribble to the right elbow, mid-range jumper. That's classic CP. And hopefully we can send him off in the right way.
Last question. What's in play for us this season? Is top 4 out of the question? Is top 6 out of the question?
Top 4 is out.
Yeah.
Top 4 is out. But it's funny, we were just talking about this before the game. You know, in this climate in the West, if you look at the West outside of OKC, there hasn't been another team that looks like, well, Denver as well.
Yeah.
But like, I think we can hit top 6 or host the playing game. I think because like you got to look at it like this, right? And if we get that, just look at the start that we're having and what type of role we would have to get on to get the 6. So like, if you told me in the summer that we would be a 6 seed, I'd be like, but if we end up a 6 seed this year, that would probably mean we did another typical Clipper in the middle of the season go on a stupid run, which would mean we were going into the playoffs playing some really good ball. So I honestly do feel like with the way Harden is playing, Kawhi has pretty much been all NBA since he's been on the floor. Zoo has started to come around. Headed by those 3, if they stay on the floor, I would cap us as a 6 seed, probably host a play-in game and go from there. But I would like where we would be at by the end of the season.
Appreciate the thoughts as always, guys.
Always, brother.
Good guys on a 9-0 run. And there's the lead, 11-0 run by the boys. Yazoo.
Get a bucket.
Not a good pass. All right, Nick, almost back from the road trip. What'd you think of it? We're 5-12 now.
It's a time. Like I said before, the Clippers, it's all about community and family. I can't get caught up on what's going on the court because I'll go crazy. All of a sudden, James Harden has become an all-star. But
he was an all-star last year.
I mean, I'm just saying, compared to our record, he's out there killing. We just need everybody else to get on board with him.
What do you think about Kawhi being back? Hopefully they can string together some wins.
I need him to stay on the court. I need him to stay healthy. We need his energy. We need him scoring them buckets. We need primetime Kawhi right now.
Do you think top 4 seed is out of the question?
No.
No?
I think we could go on a run. Last year we had a slump in February. I think when they get back here, we're going to let them know what's up. We're going to push them. They're going to drive and thrive off our energy. And I think we can make 4, maybe 3. You heard it here first.
So just top 2 is out of the question only?
Top 2, no. That's far. That's a reach. I say 3, 4 for sure.
We're going to see you this weekend?
Oh, of course, Friday. Let's go. Game time.
It's tight. 5 points. If you had told me going into the fourth quarter, though, we'd be down by 5 points, I would have taken that before the game. So, can Kawhi turn up a little bit? Can Harden turn up a little bit? Zubats. I'm looking at the big 3. And can we get stops without fouling?
There'll be some penalties assessed here, likely on both sides.
Outside Intuit Dome after the first ever regular season indoor watch party for Clippers-Lakers. The last game of our road trip just concluded. We lost after only trailing by 5 in the fourth quarter. We ended up losing by double digits pretty handedly. Finished the road trip 2-5. Ryan Rojas, good to see you again, man.
Nice to see you again.
Feeling after that game?
It's a little disheartening. First of all, shout out to Mr. Ballmer for having us do that watch party. It was a really great time inside, great venue. Really encourage everybody to come check it out. It's very disheartening. It's very different. The bench didn't show up. The starters look pretty good. They got out rebounded with some offensive rebounds. I believe Lakers got 12. That sucked. That wasn't good to see. It really happened at the end, at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Everything just went away. Chris Paul tried to inject himself, tried to motivate the guys, got a technical. Chris Dunn tried to also motivate. And after that, that just completely went downhill after that. So,
thoughts on Kawhi right now? Minutes restriction. It's kind of tough to win games like that, especially when the Lakers are kind of rolling on all cylinders. They got, I think, 25-plus points out of their big 3. I mean, how you feeling about Kawhi right now? Because he's so key to what we're doing this season, especially with Beal out. We don't really have that replacement to score anymore.
I think in the very beginning, it's just really weird how they're doing this because it's James Harden's pick and roll. It gets down to 5 seconds, and then he'll just pass it or he'll give it to somebody else, and then they got to put up a shot. Then Kawhi gets his shot off, his mid-range jumpers. It's just not flowing well. There's something that's off because they're doing a little bit of back and forth, but there's not enough time for them to like cook. They're not setting up plays for each other. I mean, not even like opening up for a Harden pick and roll to open up the spacing and then giving it to somebody else. It's just something's off. There's no flow. So
How you feeling about the season overall, though? 5-13 now through 18 games. What is out of the question? Top 4, top 6? Can we still get into the playoff spots without the play-in tournament, or is the only way we can get into the playoffs with the play-in tournament at this point for you?
Oh my gosh, play-in's the only option I really see. Everything else is a very low probability of happening. Like, other teams have to get injuries, and we have to be hot. That's how it has to really be. Like, I don't know.
You gonna be here this weekend for the 2 games?
I'll be out of town, Survivor Series. So.
All right then, my boy. It was good to see you, and hopefully we'll turn it around. Thank you. You want to be in it? Outside Intuit Dome after the watch party, the first indoor watch party for a regular season game here at Intuit Dome. Not as fun, in my opinion, as the outdoor watch parties with the stage right there. But, just wanted to see the game with my fellow Clipper Nation. And, for 3 quarters, I actually felt pretty good. I thought offensively we looked as good as we have all season. Things can really change when Chris Dunn and John Collins are knocking down shots, especially John Collins. I think it really, really felt good to see him knock down open threes. Harden for a while was blowing by anyone outside of Marcus Smart pretty easily. And then in the 4th quarter, I just thought we did not do a good enough job on the glass. And that's been a real theme so far this season. I've been saying that nobody besides Zubac's boxes out, but he doesn't get a pass either with his lack of boxing out tonight. And just another episode of Zoo not being aggressive enough. And coming off that game against the Cavs where he had, 33 and 18, I think it was. And then he comes out in this game against Jackson Hayes with DeAndre Ayton out and Maxi Kleba. And it's partially he doesn't ask for the ball enough. We've talked about this before. And then we just don't look for him enough. And we had too many possessions. And look, credit to him. He's trying everything he can, James Harden. But too many possessions in the second half where it's just him dribbling around. They were completely loading up. When that happens, he's got to get rid of the ball. Because then we have the defense in rotation. It was still a lot of late shot clock possessions with him throwing grenades. That shot that Kobe Sanders made was a complete grenade. And a lot of tough step backs. Harden shot 12 threes tonight out of his 21 shot attempts. And I always think Harden's better when he's going downhill. And if your excuse is going to be they were loading up, he's got to get rid of the ball quicker. So for me, Zoo and Harden, and then Kawhi, on a minutes restriction, he looked okay, but he's just looked okay. And, Ryan before me made a point. It feels like, a tug of war. Is it Kawhi's team or is it Harden's team? Right now, it definitely feels like Harden's team. But Kawhi, oftentimes, especially in those non-Harden minutes to start the 4th quarter, it feels like he's just there, There's no assertiveness. He's not really imposing his will on the game. And look, I know he doesn't get the calls that Harden gets or Luka gets or Austin Reeves gets. And for a while, I was getting very frustrated with the officiating, but I think it might have evened out a bit in the 4th. The fact of the matter is the Lakers have Reeves and Luka, and they get every call. But so does Harden to some degree. I just think Zoo and Kawhi don't get a good whistle. Even LeBron, who I think as a Laker has not gotten a great whistle, got some calls today when he yelled after the fact. And Zoo yells after the fact but doesn't get the calls. But I'm not trying to make it about officials because this was the first game in 18 that I've been frustrated with the officials. But we just got outplayed. I mean, without Derrick Jones Jr., it's going to be hard to stay in front of 3 elite offensive players, Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves. And they all had 25-plus points. And I think they had the 2 best players on the floor tonight with Austin Reeves having that monster 4th quarter and Luka dominating from minute 1. And I just think we did not get enough out of Kawhi. We did not get enough out of Zoo. We did not get enough out of Harden. I thought we got enough out of Chris Dunn. Despite John Collins' brain farts on defense, I still think we got a good amount from him. Also, Brook Lopez not even in the rotation tonight. So when you wonder, why are the Clippers playing so badly? Well, no Bogey, no Beal. Chris Paul hasn't been great today. I mean, he's looking a little bit better, but he still has been a disappointment. And Brook Lopez has been so disappointing. He's out of the rotation right now. On the bright side, Kobe Brown had some really good minutes. And we looked good offensively, but the lack of rebounding and the effort on the glass is not acceptable. You're not going to win games at high levels like that. And at this point, it's a struggle. 5-13. We got 2 home games coming up against Memphis, and who else do we have against? And Dallas. We should win those 2 games. Those 2 teams have been struggling, but we'll see. You never know what to expect from this Clipper team right now. It's been a disaster. The only thing I can say is more Collins, Kawhi Leonard getting back to not having a minutes restriction, and then hopefully we'll start to get a couple of wins. But I think, as I said, top 4 is completely out of the question. It's maybe we can get top 6 if we're lucky, but as I said, I'm just here for the vibes, man. I'm just here for the vibes. Win or lose, I still interact with the fans. We have a good time, and, every Clipper fan that's realistic knows that it's almost time for something new. And with Kawhi Leonard constantly being, questionable with his health, it's just kind of tiring at this point. So I'm tired of the whole Zoo conversation as well in terms of the lack of touches and all that. I almost want us to have less star power so we can just feed him and there's no excuses about it. But it is what it is. He needs to be a lot better. So, shout out. I'll give the Lakers credit. Even with the calls, they still outplayed us. And they're just playing better than us right now as it is. So back on Friday. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, and comment. Go Clips, always.